So now we are going to make a tempered chocolate flour. It's like a rustic flour, easy to make. So for that you need pieces of parchment paper or wax paper, and I cut them in strips like this. You need a piping bag or a cornet. I'm gonna fill one with my dark chocolate. We are with dark chocolate, and I want to also use white chocolate. You can make it with just one chocolate, but I have two here, so I will use them. And for this you have to work kind of fast, otherwise it starts setting on you. Also, I have a twill mold here. We call twill mold something that where you can give a shape to your tempered chocolate. You could use a rolling pin, you can use another. You look around your house, sometimes you can find something, a saute pan that is rounded. So this is really convenient. So I'm going to make 6 petals in here. So what you do is you just pipe like 1, 2, 3, 5 petals, right? You put the other parchment on top. And then with your finger, you're just going to elongate this. And the good thing about this is that you end up with 2 petals, 2 sheets of petals. Then we put this one in here to get a little curve. Then I'm going to make the next one. I'm going to use dark chocolate this time. I'm going to make this one 1, 3, 4, and 5. You know what? You can put a little. If you have white, why not? So it's a little decorated. Put another parchment paper on top. Then with your finger or your thumb, you try to elongate. It's like making petals. Immediately, you separate them, and you end up with 2. Right? And the last one, I'm going to make smaller because it will be the center of the flower. What this does, the 2 paper, is that you end up with really thin tempered chocolate, which is hard to achieve. But this way it's really easy. And we'll put this in the fridge and we'll let it set for 5 to 6 minutes. Okay, so here we have our petals that are ready to start working here. I'm going to get parchment paper. I'm going to get a ring. because this is the best way for you to assemble your flour. I'm going to cut this in half. So you need like a cookie cutter, could be a ring like this, not too high. And then what you do is that you pipe some chocolate that is going to work as glue. Get some in my cornet. You have that ready, but you take your petals carefully out of the paper. Collect them. This can also be a perfect decoration on top of your desserts. And because you're not using acetate, you're using parchment paper. This is like the parchment paper makes the tempered chocolate a little like rough, so you can actually spray this with colors using an airbrush with watercolors, because it will attach to the chocolate. So you can make really beautiful color flowers. And as you can see, this is a rustic flower, really easy to assemble. You just have to work really carefully and touch these petals with care and delicate hands. So then I put a little circle of a little circle there of chocolate. This would be like the base of the flower, and here I would start putting my petals. Making sure it touches the chocolate that you just poured there. Then you put a little more chocolate. And you keep building this. You can play with the color petals that you have. As you can see, you have to be really careful. A little more chocolate. You put your smallest one at the end. And if you have some white chocolate, just for contrast, my white chocolate is cold, but actually that makes it nicer to control, because I just want to pipe a little center that even though it's working as a glue, but if I pipe it, looks like a beautiful center there. And you put this in the refrigerator 5-10 minutes so it sets. Again, because this one has like 3 parts, right? We made the petals first, you let them set, then you assemble your flower and you let it set too. Okay, so here we have the flower that is set already. I take the ring very carefully,